Hey folks, what is up? One Big Bugger, and I'm coming at you with another Barbarian Nightmare build. Now, I know you're asking already, Bugger, you already got a Nightmare build. It's got a ton of attention. Why are you doing another one? Very simple. I'm not going to take down that Nightmare build, but I am going to put an annotation over the beginning of it. That it's an old build with an old barb, and the old gear and all that. Simply for this, even though I'm pretty sure I'm doing pretty close to the same build I had in that one, I am really getting tired of going, dude, your damage was so low. Yeah, I know that already. The video is like 2-3 months old. I understand. I was a purist. I didn't believe in. I didn't want to go to the auction house. I wanted to beat at least normal on my own gear that I picked up and farmed from the game. But all of this time later, and all of these views later, and by the way, thank you so much for all those views. Even though it's the only video I have that's gone this far, I really, truly, 100% appreciate everyone that has viewed it and has commented on it. Thank you very much. However, that being said, I'm really tired of people commenting about the damage on it, commenting about needing to go to the auction house. You know, I don't even know why it's still getting so many views. My Hell build one is not nearly as popular. My Inferno build one is not nearly as popular. For some reason, all the attention seems to focus around my Nightmare build. Not quite sure why. So, I'm going to do another one. And I'm going to put it up, and I'm going to put an annotation on the other one that covers the screen that says, this is an old build on an old Barbarian with stupidly low damage. Check out this build on this Barbarian for an updated version. Okay? Now, that being said, first the gear. I've gone to the auction house, obviously. I'm done being a purist, to put it mildly. I don't mean to have, like, crap stuff in my inventory, but, you know, it's just the random stuff you picked up, and I wanted to get to a point where I could, Yeah. Don't need any of this. Should have done that before, but whatever. So, to go over the gear that I have. Okay, simple spear. I got it socketed to do 45% critical damage. Yes, I could socket it to do much more, but no, there's no point. I'm not going to spend the money to do that when I don't have to. When he gets to Inferno, then I'll socket a big gem into it. You know, simple boots, pretty decent. Right there on the very bottom, if you're leveling up and you don't already know this, which everyone should by now, but in case you don't, try and always get an item when you're lower levels that says monster kills grant X experience. That little bit extra boost of experience makes a really big difference in how fast you level up, and leveling up does help you get through the axe better. This is a sword and board barb. He was a two-hand barb, but I changed him. I was to sword and board. My other Barbarian's a two-hander, level 60, farming Act 2 Inferno right now. But, you know, here's the shield here. You see monster, 5% chance to block, so I have 25% chance. It's even got a little bit of magic find on it, nothing major. You know, pants, I couldn't get any bonuses to experience and whatnot. Now, mind you, only one item in everything that this Barbarian is wearing costs more than, I'd say, 20,000 gold. Everything else was about 20,000 gold or less. You know, I really search out for stuff. You know, no, I'm sorry, two items. One was 30,000. One was 50,000. One of the 50,000 ones was I don't know if it was this ring. No, I've had this ring. This ring's crappy, but it was this ring. I paid 50,000 for it. It's probably not worth 50,000, but that's what I paid for it. You know, belt. There's the gloves. You know, chest is basic. Bracer is basic. Get a little extra experience. Fairly decent amulet, especially I get the crit damage on it. And oh, shut up. Nice helmet. You know, it's got monster experience. It's got a socket. It's got good strength, good vitality, plus a little bit extra magic find. So, you know, get that, and, you know, decent shoulders. Now, my little jewel that I'm waiting to get to is right here. This is a level 6. This is an item level 63 dagger. Now, normally this would be terrible. This would be crappy. It's got poor strength, poor vitality. You can't sock it in for extra damage. And in reality, for an item level 63, it's got terrible overall damage. But the one saving grace on it is right at the bottom. Level requirement reduced by 16. So at 44 in Nightmare, which will be Act 3, around the beginning of Act 3, I'll be able to use this. And there's no comparable weapon at 44 that does something this much damage unless it has the same type of level reduction. That is freaking awesome. I'll be able to do a ton of damage and just be able to blow my way through anything in my path with that weapon. So I'm really looking forward to that. Couple more levels, man. Just a couple more levels. I mean, my monk made it through hell with 2 weapons, I think, that did maybe 200 damage each. So yeah, okay, now that out of the way, skills. And I will put a link in the description below for the skill build itself. Number 1, cleave with rupture. I like this better than the great swing one, which ups the damage. Every time you kill an enemy, they explode, doing 80% damage. This is absolutely unbelievable for clearing out waves of monsters. You get in big groups. Revenge with retribution, just increasing the damage of revenge. You know, I'm only 44, so leap with iron impact, just because there's nothing else there I want to use. So it's leap with iron impact. Ground stomp with wrenching smash, that increases the area effect and also pulls enemies inward. There is a reason for that. Berserker's Rage with Marauder's Rage, increasing damage by 30%. And then Wrath of the Berserker with Insanity. You know, so that increases the damage by 100% when I'm in Berserker. Nerves of Steel, Tough as Nails, you know, armor increased by 100% of vitality and another 25%. And then Ruthlessness, you know, increased my critical hit chance by 5% and the damage by 50%. Pretty standard stuff. Now, I'm going to show it to you in action. We're going to go and get Cool's body, and then we're going to beat Zoltan Cool. Yes, we know that. Yes, I use the Sorceress. She's probably the most useful to the Barbarian. I use... let me get rid of this first. Yeah, this is usually what happens. You kill one, and then a few more come along when you're trying to do something. Which is why I normally do it back in town. I use the Sorceress. Charm and powered armor that increases my armor, so I don't need an armored shout right now. Erosion, where she blasts the target area, causing damage over time, very powerful. And Focus Mind, which is actually... No, I took that one on purpose because it does help a little bit. I'll probably change it later. Did you see how easy it is to clear away smaller minions? With bigger minions, it can be a little bit tough. You know, it can be an issue. Helps if I have my shout going. Something I often forget, to be honest. Oh, I jump over them. Very nice. That's mainly what I use Leap for. I use Leap to get into the middle of large groups or to try and catch an enemy that's running. That's about it. I really don't care about the armor increase from it. Not a Nightmare. It's not a huge deal. I have come close to dying several times to uniques. Don't get me wrong about that. That's nice. Excuse me, I swallowed wrong. Now, I'm not going to do a picture-in-picture for this right now. It's actually kind of difficult to pull off. Something I'm not really happy with. Although I am going to do a video log real soon. A couple things I want to talk about. Hey, what to talk about? I do have a level 60 monk. I haven't used her much since hitting level 60 because my wife was having difficulty with her monk. So I gave my wife the gear that my monk had, and I told her, you know, just keep it. I'll just get up some new gear. Well, this is fast. Actually, this is a good thing. Not going to activate my frenzy because I want it available when I reach the doctor. Yeah. Thank you. I'll take that. Alright, I know where this is. I want to try and find real quick just a pack of monsters to show you. Here we go. Leap, stomp, pull them in, and then slam them with... that's not a very good showing, but it's about the best I can do. But it works really well. Let me kill this guy, and I really can't give you a better demonstration right now, but basically what you do is you leap, stomp, which draws the enemies into you, then you hit them with the cleave. Any small enemies will be decimated right away, and they blow up. They blow up, do 80% weapon damage per monster to the bigger ones, who, a lot of them will blow up, plus the cleave damage they hit. Now they're also doing 80% to all the other monsters, and usually the only ones that are surviving are the really big, strong ones. You know?
You do not trust me. I understand.
And unfortunately I can't shut him up.
We are more alike than you know.
I have Cool's body.
Then let me be.
Now, granted, if you want to, you can change when you come up against bosses to things like Frenzy or Bash, which are better single target abilities. I'm just going to continue to use the cleave to show that you don't have to.
Not enough fury.
One. Go into our frenzy. Takes care of 2. The only thing you really have to worry about with Zoltan Cool on this difficulty is the tornadoes. They can hurt. But there you go. Fight's done. Everybody's happy. And we'll teleport back. Alright, and so just to give you an idea, yeah, I realized I had like 250 damage, a nightmare, act 1 beating the Auric, okay? So yeah, 1045 damage, and then with the shout, 1420, okay? So nobody needs to comment the fact that my damage was incredibly low on Nightmare, and nobody really needs to keep saying anything. Alright, and just for the record, I have a Hell build out there, I have an Inferno build out there. I've come a long way since that video. Y'all can stop now. Alright, I appreciate it though. I appreciate the advice, but I get it.
Got to reach the Are you certain?
So before I go any further, I hope this has helped. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really doubt it's going to get the attention my last video did, but it's here. New build, works really well through Nightmare. You could probably even use it through Hell if you didn't want to change. You probably don't have to. Okay, so until next time, folks, this is One Big Bugger signing out. And I'll see you then.